Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Linda Schumann, and I'm also in Will County. First, I am humbled to be here speaking for you, but I am only here because I am shocked and enraged that it's necessary for me to be here. I'm a parishioner of two very large Catholic churches where there are hundreds of people who I know personally. Of the couple thousands of total parishioners that are completely against what we're talking about here. We stand with other Catholic churches against this idea, this notion. What is shocking and what is most is taking an idea of a few extreme thinkers and even entertaining this, which is appalling. We are supposed to be teaching our society to take responsibility and to take accountability instead of taking an innocent life. There are a million ways you can prevent a pregnancy and be responsible. Each one of you sitting in your chairs out there today enjoys life, enjoys a chocolate sundae, the 4th of July fireworks that are coming up, and watching a really good movie with someone you love because your mother said yes to life. Your worst day is still a better day than the child who never gets a life to live at all. Why should any of your lives, and I say this respectfully, be more important than the child's life we are meeting about today? Why? We run a huge risk to minimize any child's life because then what are we teaching our young people? That life is that cheap and unimportant? And out of fear or confusion, it's okay to take a life? Because that's exactly what we would be allowing the young pregnant mothers to do when they are truly pregnant and bodies raging with hormones and highly emotional. I get that. So out of fear and confusion, what are we teaching? You can take a life? Then what's stopping some very young child on the playground to take control, kill a kid because he's acting out of fear and confusion? That's pretty terrifying. Nothing, because you are trying to minimize life. We're not teaching them anything, and it has its dangerous consequences. But if we were just acting responsibly and teaching and promoting the right consequences, then we wouldn't be here today minimizing life and promoting, yet again, a culture of death. Giving the baby up for adoption is the right thing to do, and there are hundreds and maybe even millions, thousands, of couples out there who cannot conceive, who would be so happy to raise the baby. Let's teach consequences to our young moms to be, please. Most of these babies are, as everyone knows, as a result of having unprotected sex. The percentage of incest and rape is a tiny percentage. And by the way, if we really care about that victim of rape or incest, we would want justice. And the only way you bring justice to the rapist and justice to the victim is to bring the rapist to court. And you can't bring him to court unless what? You have someone who's pregnant. If they abort the baby, how are we going to bring him to court? I will not be swayed or fooled by the arguments of that extreme percentage. Finally, our great state of Illinois has banned capital punishment, so we protect most of those in jail who were found guilty. If we can protect the lives of the guilty, we can protect the lives of the innocent. Please. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Come on, John. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to speak here today. My name is John Zabinski. I live in Naperville, and I am a member of the Knights of Columbus from the Bishop Romeo Blanchette Assembly. We have 17 councils in this assembly. My council is the oldest in Naperville. It was started in 1908, and there are 312 members. I currently serve as a trustee of that council. And I've come here to talk about life. One of the members of our council, I wanted to tell you about him. His name is Doug Vollinger. He is a good friend of mine, but you know, he suffers from intellectual disabilities. So, you know, he works at the Pancake Cafe on 75th. He's been there 17 years, he's been working there. And he's got such a bright attitude in our council. And actually tonight we're going out to the Naperville band concert. And I always save a chair for him out there. And we're gonna have a good time out there. I buy him a dessert there, and we have a good time. But you know what? I ask you, what if his mother said, he's not worth it. His life is going to be suffering. You know, he's not mentally there with it. And, you know, maybe I should terminate that life. And look at how he turned out. He's an awesome guy. You know, he's not a lawyer, he's not a doctor, he's not an engineer, but he's valuable. Don't we need people to serve the restaurants and be valuable citizens of our country? He's worth it. And be conscious of the children, you know, that the mother may be deciding this, but let's not let us decide it. Let's put it in the hands of a greater power and be considerate of these lives, because they can turn out just like Doug's life to be a fantastic guy. So if you ever go to the Pancake Cafe, look for Doug, and you'll see that he's there, or at the Naperville concerts. Thank you for hearing me today.
Thank you.